Hello everyone and welcome to today's audio log. My name is Researcher Fries, and for today's document we will be reading SCP-5925, the Holy King. It has a containment class of Safe, a disruption class of Dark, and a risk class of Notice. Special Containment Procedures. 5925 is to be contained in Standard Humanoid Containment Cell B5 of Site-118's Delta Wing. Personnel are not to directly or indirectly refer to 5925 by any name, title, or designation other than its item number. No other measures are necessary to successfully contain them in its current state, and this will continue to be the case indefinitely. 5925 is considered an issue class nomenclative hazard. However, previous attempts to contain 5925 per Protocol 4000 issue have been deemed inadequate. As such, Protocol 5925 issue has been devised to forcefully associate 5925 with a single title, specifically that of its item number. This protocol additionally requires familiarity with 5925's item number, containment procedures, description, and appearance by as many Foundation personnel as currently available. The clearance level has thus been adjusted to reflect this, and 5925's incomplete file is to be regularly circulated through junior researcher and security staff in all sites. As an additional measure, the entrance of Cell B5 is to be reinforced with iron plating. Following Incident 5925 Holy, the Containment Class, Disruption Class, Risk Class, Procedures, and Description of this article have been altered in keeping with nomenclative association methods necessary for further containment. These alterations have been marked in blue for differentiation of the standard formatting. Now for its description. 5925 is a humanoid which appears to be an elderly male of Northern European descent, though 5925 has a physique of a 70 to 80-year-old man. Records that refer to 5925 indicate the subject is far older. He is frail, friendly, charitable, and compliant with the Foundation's instructions. 5925 has knowledge of the full name of all people it comes into contact with, despite having never personally met. It is also aware of current or past material desires of those individuals. Besides this and his lengthened lifespan, he has no other anomalous capabilities. As for its discovery log, 5925 was discovered on September 22, 1995 during a performance of the 4000 Holloway procedure. A mistake occurred during the execution of the procedure. The procedure still resulted in the expansion of the fireplace and a ladder descending from the chimney. However, this ladder did not lead to the place of the nameless oddities, and instead, 5925 emerged from the chimney into the site. Notably, despite several members of personnel utilizing the same epithet to describe 5925 in the moment of its appearance, none of them suffered any adverse anomalous effects. Additionally, upon the personnel referring to 5925 by this epithet, it became docile and amiable. This is believed to be due to the cultural association of the epithet in question. 5925 then escaped the facility by anomalous means, leaving behind gifts for all those present. 5925 was afterward given its current item number and designated as a Euclid class entity. The mistake which led to 5925's initial appearance was later replicated. Being prepared, personnel referred to 5925 by its item number and were successful in apprehending the subject. The relevance of 5925's designation to the success of this operation was later discovered during its containment, and the initial draft of the 5925 issue protocol was enacted. This protocol was later expanded upon following the incident 5925 Holly. And now finally, Addendum 5925-01. The 5925 Holly incident. The following is an interview conducted on June 20th, 1996. The purpose of said interview was to establish the difference between 5925 and the entities residing in the Grove of Games and Names. During this interview, details pertaining to the nature of 5925's status as an issue class entity were revealed, leading to alterations to the 5925 issue protocol to more effectively contain the subject. Interviewed, SCP-5925. Interviewer, Dr. Anugal. Forward. 5925 has shown to be more compliant and cognitive when interacting with only one individual directly. As such, this interview was conducted within Chamber B5. No other individuals were within the chamber during the interaction. However, 2 members of security personnel were present beside the chamber entrance for emergency assistance in the event of a nomenclature breach. Begin log. Good morning, SCP-5925. Well, if it isn't Maria. Yes, I remember. You wanted a proper chemistry set all through 4th grade, and I never did get it. SCP-5925 laughs. No, my poor soul. No, you didn't. But you were rather naughty, as I recall. And your mother, Bathilda, bless her. She wished she could have afforded it. How is she now? I actually came to ask you a few questions. We want to know how you differ from the others like you. Oh, I'm sorry, Maria. I'm not sure what you mean. Well, when we first found you, we were trying to get somewhere. A place with people similar to you, you could say. I see now, I see. You mean the land of... Dr. Noogle winces at this. No effect was detected from this naming, and thus the interview proceeds. Yes, there are things we found there. It is dangerous for us to name them and the place itself. Well, I imagine it would be. They must be starving for names. Dreadful fate. Well, this clearly isn't the case for you. Of course not, Maria. I have no want for names, for I have collected many. Jolly ones, playful ones, rough ones, ancient ones, and I still collect more. Like this new name of yours. It is cold and harsh, but it is mine now, and all that comes with it. When the others lost their names, why didn't you? I lost my fair share. I am not what I once was. Those times, they split me into many parts. But one makes do if one is to survive. And none of the others could hold on to their names like you did. SCP-5925 laughs. I don't believe I ever said such a thing. There are still a few in the shadows causing trouble. Scamps. There is, of course. You can't avoid but run into him during spring. And then there's... And... It's always a good for a laugh. What is wrong, Maria? You look ill. We can't. We shouldn't be having a conversation like this without further security. I'm sorry, it's not safe. My apologies. I did not mean to frighten you. I was simply reminiscing. Good times with fun names. Not like this one. Euclid. What kind of title is that? I'm sorry, what was that? Euclid. That is what I am now, yes? A Euclid. So broad, so meaningless. You have all kinds of Euclids. Dr. Anugal and SCP-5925's breath become visible in the air. What are you... SCP-5925, that is no name for me. SCP is a name for cruel, evil, terrible things. And so many of them, so varied, but it is mine now, and all that comes with it. Dr. Onugal stands abruptly and attempts to exit Chamber B5. The chamber door slams and is unable to open. Dr. Onugal repeatedly strikes the door. "Open this now! There's been a breach!" "No need for that, Maria. I'm sure Jacob and Richard are already right on it. It may take some time, though." Dr. Onugal crouches by the door, breathing into her hands. So cold, so fast. How? The cold has always been mine. The snow, ice, sleet, and of course, the death that accompanies them. No matter my name, winter follows. As for how, I am an SCP now. I am capable of many things, just as long as I am stuck in this box with you. Speaking of which, while I have you here, Maria, I must say I'm simply not fond of this name. I like another. Could I ask for your help in that? Please. It doesn't have to be new. I would simply like to take the old one. Just as long as it gets me out of this box. I have too much to do. Dr. Onugal slumps backward, appearing to nearly lose consciousness. I promise the cold will cease, Maria. I wish you no harm. Truly I don't. All names have power, and in your world, the powers are rather grim. Hurry, your time grows short. Holy... what was that? The Holy King. SCP-5925's body begins to change rapidly. Its hair and beard grow substantially. Its physique becomes much taller, but decrepit and starved. A green hood and robe appear on its body. A pair of deer antlers sprout from its forehead. A stained broadsword appears in its hands. The breaths of SCP-5925 and Dr. Onugal becomes no longer visible, indicating a rise in temperature. 5925 laughs tremendously. "You are a clever one, Maria. Very sly, very naughty. To pick such an old name, one with such strict rules, and in June no less. Yes, this name does me no good. Not for another 4 months at the very least." The doors to the chamber open. Security personnel enter, assisting Dr. Onugal to stand. They then begin to escort Dr. Onugal out of the chamber. "May you have a merry midsummer, I suppose, and happy holidays." End log. Closing statement. 5925's form reverted after 3 days. Prior to this, it created a crown of holly and expressed the desire to give this item to Dr. Onugal as an apology for its behavior.